Hello, my name is Abel de la Garza. I am in class Monday and Wednesday, 4th period, and the book I will be reviewing is The Saint of Bright Doors by Vajra Chandrasekhara, which is this book. It is a fantasy fiction novel narrated in third person, mostly taking place in a metropolis called Luriat. The protagonist we are introduced to is known as Feder, who was ripped away from his shadow by his mother, known as Mother of Glory. Her goal is to make him an assassin to kill his father, the perfect and kind, who is the antagonist. From this point forward, the plot development is developed through different means, such as new mysteries arriving, like an artifact known as Relic A, and the backstory of his parents. They're all made to paint the perfect and kind as a sort of evil god that has powers beyond comprehension, which is made worse by his cult who runs programs that discriminate against people in Luriat called the Plagued, which whether it's a real plague or figurative is not really discussed, but the people being discriminated against rise up and act as a home for Feder. These people include Cole and Kirov, and they are brought together because of their history as unchosen, which means they are destined for greatness but couldn't fulfill the role. Developments like these all pile up into the last 50 pages of the book, where we finally get to meet the perfect and kind who defies all expectations of what the reader has been led to presume. He's actually kind of Feder, even giving him the next highest position of power in his cult. That is until Feder starts killing his father's comrades in power, which leads his father to do things that the reader is not made aware of to Feder in a whole other dimension. But remember how Feder was ripped away from his shadow since birth? It turns out that that shadow stayed along with him the entire time, protecting Feder, reading his thoughts, and has even been the one narrating the whole time, meaning that the story was in first person, the POV of the shadow known as Unfettered. To say it shocked me when this was revealed is an understatement. For the most part, the plot development was great, but there was a lot of filler pages, like how for 50 pages Feder was stuck in a prison and nothing was developed. For character development, it is honestly just in the beginning pages where Feder mostly develops, going from a killer to, for the most part, an ordinary citizen fighting for the cause against pogroms with his friends. His personality and actions from pages 20 and onward remain the same, with the exception of his time in prison. There, it is like he completely rots away, giving up all hope, becoming paranoid, and even believing he was deserving of his actions, of his consequences, But after being released by his father, he meets his friends and immediately reverts to his lighthearted and upbeat lifestyle, with a slight amount of depression because of his mother's death. Kirov, as a character and personality, changed throughout the novel. He was first introduced as a shy person with the ability to give people visions with his voice. Through the weeks Feder is stuck in prison, Kirov becomes a cold-hearted member of the resistance, showing Feder no sympathy on his return, even saying he should have died in there for giving them up when he gave up information on his arrest. The central conflict in The Saint of Bright Doors revolves around Feder's struggle with identity and his destiny. Raised as an assassin by his mother, he is torn between fulfilling that evil purpose or choosing his own path. A crucial part of this conflict is his status as an unchosen, which Feder finds camaraderie with others such as Cole and Kirov. Along with the plague, they are also discriminated against by his father's court. These conflicts peak when Feder confronts his father only to face unexpected kindness and an offer of power. However, his rejection of that offer and his decision to kill his father's allies reignites the cycle of violence. This leads to unknown consequences in another dimension, which is when Unfettered has been revealed to be his protector, and for his final act decides to kill the perfect and kind and leaves Feder, ending the conflict. In conclusion, I mostly enjoyed the book. The new mysteries and situations always made me look forward to the next read, but again, there were moments with a lot of filler, mostly developing on a single idea, such as the scenes in jail. This is why I would mostly recommend the book, because of the twists, as they were positively surprising. The situations Feder found himself in were mostly entertaining, and the side characters added another layer of enjoyment.